Hey, good morning, Ravi here. I know I did not do live stream for this week, and I thought I'll quickly come online. Just give me a few seconds. I'll just post in Twitter and then come. If you're able to hear me, can you say yes in the comment section? I will start sharing my screen in a moment. All right, so 1 second. So I had overnight trades to start with, not a good way to start the day, but I think I only thing is the overnight trades I had one-sided, so that's where I got saved. But otherwise, it would have been definitely challenging. But let's see what's happening in the market. I assume you're able to see my screen, and I will exclude Reliance and Bank Nifty and Sensex for today. So, okay, interestingly, I had, as I said, I had the overnight trades, right? So, overnight, what happened was I had, probably I'll explain now. I was expecting a positive news from definitely the Fed, but I think that obviously did not happen. And then I think I had one more. 24,500 C. All right, here. All right, so this was the overnight trade, and then I was expecting a recovery, obviously. So recovery in the sense, at least I thought market would actually bounce back. I think the numbers are not showing correctly. Yesterday night when I did, the max loss would have been 71,000. That is like flat loss, and then in case of the market recovers, I would probably get about 4 lakhs or 5 lakhs, sorry, 8 lakhs. So that's the calculation. But anyway, so that did not happen. So market obviously did not open in the positive note. So I have to do some adjustments, and which I did. This was a more of an anticipation trade, which ideally I would not do, but I thought Fed rate cut would really impact the markets positively, which did not happen. But irrespective, the losses are not unlimited. And what I did today morning, so I did exit a lot of CE side, and then right now I'm at 24,100 CE, and then 24,000 CE. And obviously I did sell the put calls as well. So this put, and then definitely 24,800. I think that's where I am right now. I think if everything goes well, I get about 2 lakhs profit or whatever. But I think with the current trend, selling doesn't seem to be so profitable. So I'm going to change my strategies a little bit. I also have a what is say, this is basically January expiry. I do not have the hedges right now, but I'll keep adding. So I started this yesterday, and then my plan is to stay a bit non-directional in the very long term, which is obviously this is a January trade, right? So this gives us almost like a bottom side 4.8 and the top side 9.2, and there is a 26,000, which is pretty much all-time high. So top side I'm not at all worried, but bottom side, because market fell down, I thought this would be a good position to take. Yesterday I took this when the Nifty was at about 24,300 or so. I think so far it's okay. It's doing well, and my plan going forward would be I will start reducing the expiry trades, and then definitely start focusing on the. I think I'll get rid of these for now, so that we'll focus on the today's trade. All right. So I'll stop reducing the expiry trades, but then focus on definitely non-directional, a little bit for which I did as of now. And also I added some more put in the morning when the market fell down, so that definitely averaged out some of the numbers here. So this is January trade. In case if it goes well, this gives it about I think 11% or so. Obviously, I have one little buy position. This is basically very less quantity, but then in case if let's say VIX goes up, right? So at least I will be able to make some money on the buy position. So that's the reason. I did not buy the hedges at this point of time. The reason was I mean, I do not need capital. I think the capital advantage is definitely negligible at this point of time. I'll probably I could not actually find the trade, so that is also one more reason, especially on the this one sensible. I couldn't really see two player on, right? So I got to see only this one. Let's see if I do 240. I think there is some advantage, but it's not a massive advantage. So I thought I'll wait for some time to do those hedges. This is 168. I think it'll give back about 30,000, 30 lakhs as the this one, the margin. So I will do that little later, but then it will also have an impact on the money that I would make. So it's not very, what to say, appealing to do that. Just give me 1 second. One delivery guy is calling. All right. So this is anyway, John. Let's focus on today's trade, right? So today's trade, as of now, it's okay. I did not get into massive losses, but then I did an anticipation trade yesterday, which did not work out. But at the same time, I did not get into massive losses. I would have probably not done, but that's all right. That's we do mistakes. So I think if this trade goes well, this is what it is, right? So I think more than money side, I think how to explain this trade. It's a little complicated trade, but let me. As I said, I had a overnight trade, right? So that in case if the market goes on the negative side, I will lose about 70K. My plan was to at least recover that loss, so that's where I started. As of now, I think I will recover definitely. I think I definitely recovered more than 70K. So as of now, I think that's a trade. I do have bank nifty. This is again, I did not buy the hedges. I will do that little later, but I think this sensible started behaving a bit weird. 1 second. All right, so I will add hedges towards the fag end of the day. And then this is Sensex trade, also a bit of an anticipation trade of the recovery. In case if trade doesn't go well, I will lose about 80,000. And then in case if it goes well, I think it will give us about 3 lakhs or whatever. And then there is a upside till 3%, I think. Yeah, plus 3%, which I'm not expecting that will happen tomorrow. In case if there is a recovery today or tonight, I think it's going to give some good money. So that's the thing. And so going forward, my plan is to, I think that's what which is more important. Going forward, my plan is to, I will keep this trade alive, which is January trade. January trade. My plan is to keep this trade alive, and then whenever, let's say, when market falls or goes up, I will keep. I mean, let's say today morning when the market fell down, I did sell the summer put options. I think about 120 rupees or whatever, and then that definitely gives some money. And then CA anyway was in profit, so I have added some more things there. So I will keep this, and then going forward, I will probably try to do some bit of a directional trade on the Nifty side. So that's the plan right now. I mean, yesterday, in fact, yesterday I had the PA position, but then I had to close because I do not know buy PA actually. I do not know how the market direction would be. So I think that's what has happened, and there is no rocket science in this trade. I just sold the couple of put options and then call options. That's all I did. I think market is showing some bit of a recovery. I think, let me just check. Yeah, 23,982. Okay, let's go to trading view. All right. So if you're not familiar with the Renko, I will. Yes, I think as of now there is seems to be definitely some bit of a greenishness, but any up move, my view. I think let's go to 30 here. This is 2 4. I think we can take this as a base for now, 24048 for any massive up move. I think that's what I would track for today. Let's see. So this will at least give a confirmation towards the up move in case if that happens. I think I do not need this. I'll stay on 15 here, and then this is 5 minutes candle, I think. This is, let's keep this also. All right. So as of now, let me share my trade flow screen. So these are all the positions that I have. So this is anyway, this is immaterial right now, but then I did not want to simply exit. I'll just keep it there. But however, on the CE side, 24, I think looks like from the open interest perspective, definitely it's going to be 24,000 and then 24,900. That's what open interest suggests. But then yeah, we never know, right? Expiry trades are quite volatile in nature, and then anything can happen. So as of now, these are all the trades that I have. So I think you should ignore this one, and that's because there is a underlying position which is here, which doesn't make sense right now. But I do not want to exit. I will probably let it stay there. In case if there is a recovery, then I will be able to use that bit more strategically. So that's the reason I did not want to exit. Let's say suppose if it goes above 23,950, sorry, 24,000, then I will exit this CE trade, and then I will utilize this particular thing mainly for the recovery perspective. But let's see, I'm not expecting Nifty to go beyond 24,400 at this point of time, but we never know. Let's wait and then watch. Let's share my other. Let's look at the charts for now. So as of now, as I said, 24,400 definitely is a big resistance. And being an expiry date today, I'm not expecting that to be broken, but let's wait and then see. So for today, or let's say for tomorrow, so for new week, right, until unless this breaks this 24,047 at this point of time, I'm not expecting it's going to be a recovery day. I put an alert at 23,931, which is the one of the low today. Let's look at the open interest. So open interest clearly 24,000, and then the 23,900. This let's look at the full day also. Yeah, I think it's mostly this range until unless there is a breakout. We'll have to see, because on the PCR is also shows quite weak. I'm not sure if this is going to be broken, but let's wait and then watch. So I saw Asian markets have recovered quite significantly, which is definitely a good news. And um, one second, let me. So Japanese market has recovered. It also started quite low in the morning when I saw. It's basically it started below 1% actually. And then what about Singapore? Yeah, this is also started very low and then recovered definitely for today. And then other markets are okay. We'll have to wait for obviously these markets. There could be some bit of a negative bias as the market opens, and then I think definitely I hope there will be recovery. So Gift Nifty is showing 24,100, 24,000 rather. So let's see if that is going to sustain. But I think I do not see any a massive recovery candidate at this point of time. So unless this actually breaks this and then goes above this, so we can't say a recovery is going to happen. But today I still think 24,000 going to be a massive resistance, and I'm not expecting anything above that is going to be valid for today.
It's 12 hours.
So last 1 second, this is 5 minutes, right? Let's put 3 minutes and then see what is happening. It is still low volumes. Yeah, 1 minute candle shows some bit of a bullishness from 1140. However, sell volumes are more than the buy volumes. So unless this actually goes to at least 30% positive, we can't really conclude anything. But let's wait for some time. So 3 minutes need some more time to show any positiveness. So Nifty is above definitely VWAP. VWAP for today is around 23,945. If that breaks, then there could be downfall, but I hope that would sustain for today. I'm doubtful if that's going to happen, Rajesh. I do not see any reason to go that far. And the US markets also, I'm guessing they will recover tomorrow. Are there any other events that are there? Is there any inflation data or something? Radiation high, anyway, this got impact. And then the Japan, we do not have any impact. And so there is a jobless claims by US and then existing home sales November, and then there is no inflation data that I can't see that initial job loss claims. I think I think this probably will have some impact, which is later today. If this is better, I think probably there could be some bit of a recovery, and home sales, I don't think there is a massive impact. All right, so this is where I am right now, and for today's trade, it's okay, not bad. No problem. We did not miss anything, Bhargav. So Bhargav or rather. So I just explained the trade that I took overnight, which is obviously did not work out, but it did not get into. I mean, that was anyway fixed loss strategy in case of the market falls. But I was actually expecting a positive tone from the Fed, and then because the new president and other things, but that unfortunately did not happen. But I said I did not lose massively in case if somebody joined a bit late. So my overnight positions were. Let me do. I'll show my overnight position. So this is one, and then this is one, and then I had 24,500. C, I think. Yeah, this one. So this is the combination. No, I think 1 second. 24,400 P. Yeah, this is the common, but I think right now it doesn't show. Yeah, this is a combination. And the plan was, in case if the market actually goes up, it'll give us about 8 lakhs. And then the market, I mean, I was actually expecting from here. Yesterday we were 300, right? Somewhere here. Fed rate, if it is positive, directly would have given out 8 lakhs. But then I also have the protection on the bottom. So that's the reason I did not lose money when the market fell down. And then my original plan was to recover the 73,000 loss, and then which I did as of now. When the market opened, I started selling the this one 23,800 PE, and then once that was a confirmation, I have exited that, and then I think there are too many trades. I have exited, and then this one, and then I got into 24,900 PE. Where is that 24,900 PE? Yeah, here. So I think this gave good money as of now. And then I also started doing the CA as well. That is basically 24,400 CA. Anyway, this I exited, and then 24,200 CE. So 24,300 CE, 250 CE, and then 200 CE. And then currently I'm at 24,000. 150 CE, I think. 1 second. Yeah. Where is the sell call? Yeah, I'm at 24,050 CE right now. And then I also have a very small position at the 24,000 as well, which I think is going to be resistance for today. I think those are all the trades. Not, yeah, this one I have. So I think those are all the trades right now. And also I have this trade which I did yesterday. This is basically, I do not have the hedges right now, but I'll add them down the line. So the idea here is to see what is happening when I play the non-directional in the short duration. Obviously that is not working, so I have to change that right now, and then I had to go long on the this is basically January expiry, right? So which is got another 42 days to go. The plan is to do the non-directional strangle at the for date, which is another 42 days from now. And then this got a wide range close to about 16%, right? Down about 5%, top about 10%, I think 9%. So it's about 5 plus 9, which is about 14% range. And the plan also, let's say today morning when the market fell down, I did sell the put option. That definitely gives some additional money right now. So put option right now 23,000 piece trading at about 95, but then I sold it about I think 120 or so. I already have some portions. That's the reason I got to see some losses there. And then I think eventually my plan is to get onto some bit of a directional trade. Either the buying or selling really doesn't matter. I think that's the plan. Let's see if we'll have to keep changing our strategies because current market is not very easy, right? I will honestly tell after the daily expiry is gone, I think markets become a lot more difficult and volatile to trade. So I think you'll have to get into not definitely net kind of positions, but then some bit of a cautious approach in trading. I think as of now, I'm still sticking to my usual selling, but then maybe some days I may wanted to get on to buying as well. But then that would be definitely better on the in the money buying. So I'll let you know in case if that happens. Tim Straddle and oh, that's awesome. I'm glad to know. Entered since 6 morning, it gave nice decay. Tim Straddle 900, 700 without much delta movement. Exited it and entered. Okay, that's absolutely great. So 24,100. Okay, that's great. All right. So I also have Sensex, but then I took a directional trade, and I'll probably add. This is basically directional trade, anticipating there's going to be some recovery tomorrow. Let's see. Right now, this is at the tipping point, and then in case if it goes up, it will give some good money. Again, the margin is pretty much negligible. I will do some bit of a strangle, I think, later today in case if there is some decays happening. So also Bank Nifty, where is the Bank Nifty? This is a simple strangle. I saw some decay happening in the morning. This is 24th January, December expiry. And Reliance, anyway, this is a simple trade for the. This is also a trade with anticipation because Reliance is pretty much, I think Reliance 24,000. The previous days, right before the split happened, 24,000 rarely hit. So I thought 1,200 very difficult to hit. So that's the reason I took this trade. In case if it actually goes, I do not have a. I'll probably add some more. I want to do 13,000 C, but then the premiums are not very lucrative for the December expiry. So that's the reason I did not do that. So this is basically gives very negligible money, and it doesn't really recover anything there. So that's the reason I did not take. But then eventually I might take uh, probably 1:2 here. So I will do right now how many? There are about 10 lots, right? So I will probably do. Oops. I will do 5 lots here and then leave it there. This is the 30th January. So you still got on the top side, you are still covered. I think the when it goes up, I'm not much worried because I do own the Reliance shares. And let's see. I think this is one trade that I will probably take later today before we wind up. I think I can actually take straight away also. It doesn't stop me from doing that. It's very slow. I'm not sure. I think it's. I think my internet or something else. I'm not sure. All right, I think this is where we are right now. Let's wait for. So 976. My view, I think it has to cross today's high, which is about 24,000. In case if it crosses, I think that's going to be, we can see some confirmation on the up move. So I'd put an alert there. Let's see how it happens, and then let me present my this one share screen, and then. Yeah, this is today's expiry. Not a big money, but that's all right. So at least I did not get into losses. Market seems to be recovering. That's good news. So synthetic future is still trading 10 points lower. Let's see. Not alarming, but then that is one data point that good to have. I think the calls are spiking up. So there is definitely something happening in the market. So I see a quite volatile movement of the PNL, and it's not a big PNL today, but so there is a fall again. Okay, let me share my. All right, so let me see if we can find any trend lines. All right, I think I could definitely see one trend line. Let's doff till 330. This is the trend line. I hope this will sustain. All right, so let's stay on this one. And I think, see here, definitely we see kind of a double top here. I can even say triple top, and then traditionally when the double tops happen, two things will happen. Right? Either it will break quite well, or it will actually again take a bounce back and then take a resistance and come back. One of those things would happen. I will also put a alert on this trend line, so that in case if So I do not have any alert on the top, but then the bottom definitely yes. So let's wait and then see. And okay, let's take some questions. Oh, I agree. Hedges have become very costly. It looks like probably buying is the new way to play the markets, and with the bit around, if you have some bit of a directional view, buying seems to be, at least in ITM buy, I think we'll see. As I said, right now I'm actually doing the non-directional only for the very long options, which is January. But I think short term, by looking at the current movements, right? Whatever happened in the last week, and in fact from December first week, to be honest, right? So there were violent moves either direction. So doing the non-directional at the weekly expiry level doesn't seem to be profitable at all. Not doesn't seem to be, it is not profitable, to be honest. So it doesn't make sense to do those trades at this point of time. Subhash, what brokerage? Yeah, so there are, they do connect to a lot of brokers. Let me, in fact, share the. So they have almost 1, 2, 3, I think more than 20, 25 brokers. So check this site and then go bit bottom. You will, Angel, pretty much all the brokers they do connect. I'm expecting call spike in Nifty if it breaks 24,000. How MTM will be 1:2 call. And I think that is, I think if you have 1:2, I think that's all right. I think 24,000. So trade flow, I used only Kite right now, Subhash. I did not connect any of the brokers. So I do, I mean, I plan to connect to Trade Genie, but then somehow that did not happen. So eventually I will do that. Because these are all APIs, right? If as far as API works, these things would work. But I think RBI, not RBI, the SEBI guys, they come up with some new I mean, they're coming up with some new regulations where they wanted to really monitor what the people are doing with algos. Obviously, when I say algos, so that would be um, using the APIs only. They wanted to have the list of the things that people are doing, and then I think my view that would be very tedious exercise. And also my view, my personal view, it's definitely what is a non-democratic way of doing the things, right? Because FAs, they can do algos and then the retailers can't do algos. That's absolutely ridiculous, my view. And that also undermining the API technology, that is also not good. I think they should probably allow people to do what they wanted. Yeah, this is not algo, but then I think we'll have to go with what is the definition of algo that see, technically, right, algo is what? It's basically you do not do it manually. You do with the, when I say manually, you do not go to user portal and then, broker portal, and then you do not transact there, but then you use APIs to transact. Technically, that's what algo. So there are only two ways, right? Algos, either it is a probability model, either you think that, okay, something might go up or go down with the probability. The second one is that's where a lot of these strangles or the straddles people do. It's because it's a probability model. Or otherwise, you would actually go with the price action. When I say price action, including the volumes, you would actually put some conditions, and then when that condition met, you would go on and do. So why trade flow can also be called as algo? Because I'm actually setting the preconditions, right? I'm not waiting for that condition to happen. I'm setting the conditions well in advance, and then say that, hey, when this condition meets, you go and then execute something. So I'm not monitoring it manually. So when the condition is met, it will go and then automatically execute the trade. So that's where this algo definitely can be considered as algo. I might be wrong, but then that's what it is. So here what happens, right? You would actually put the conditions manually, but then the real algo, you can put saying that, hey, price moves when the price moves above, let's say VWAP, you go on and buy or sell some condition, or when it crosses certain, let's say super trend, or it crosses a moving average, you go on and do something. So that's the algo. This tool, as I said, has some conditions, but not necessarily what you say, technical analysis kind of a condition, except VWAP is there, but then beyond that, I think we do not have so many conditions. So right now, market is trying to make some kind of an up move. Let's see what would happen. 1:2. Let's give it have a look at it. What is that? 1:2. So this is the only my bullish anticipation trade. In case if it works, I think this is very negligible margin, about 18 lakhs. In case if it goes till 81,000, I'll make about 3.2 lakhs, which is a good money. But let's see what would happen. I'm not planning to buy a call right now, which I was tempted. The market has recovered, but I'll wait for some time to see. All right, so let's do what Mr. Let's do Nifty 1:2. So you basically sell. I think this is very negligible money, right? Yeah, I think this seems to be okay. But then the what do you say? The break even is 24.20. The only issue I see is there is a massive resistance here. Let's say if I go back to this one, this is already in the zone, but then in case of the market falls, you would lose more money. If I reduce this to maybe this can be a trade because on the top side you still got close to 0.61%, and I'm not very sure if it's going to be broken. But I think obviously be cautious in case if you're taking this trade. Let's see if I go a bit deeper. This is in the trade, within the trade, but then in case of the market falls, the losses are quite massive. And then, okay, I think we have multiple options to play with. I think I'm not sharing my screen. Is it not right? Okay, 1 second. And I was actually trying to play around what Bhargav was saying. Forget about Nifty for now. Let's do Sensex, right? So Sensex, if you do 2079,388, let's say, you do buy here, and then you do sell here, and then 2. I think this can be a trade, very similar to the trade that I did. Only thing is top side 1.7 is the percentage, and that's probably is okay trade. I think the downside there is absolutely zero risk. Obviously there is some risk, not zero risk. You can't say zero risk. If I do one more, all right. So bottom side there is no risk, and then the top side it actually one may lose money after if it crosses 1.6%. I think that's the trade. If I do 1 here and then 2 here, yeah, again bottom side zero risk, but then top side you have some risk to take care. I think, yeah, be cautious in case if you're doing it. Sir, I entered with 2 rupees debit and 1:1 call ratio maxes. What are the positions, Bargo? Is it the same positions? Let's look at Nifty again. But the Nifty only challenge today is the margins are, let's say there is that, what is say?
You've disabled this skill.
Alexa mute.
Please enable it in the Alexa app.
Alexa mute. So let's do sell here
I
too.
missed something. Can you say it again?
This can be a trade, yeah. It's a Alexa mute. All right. So this can be a trade, I think. It's top side, you still got about 1%, 0.88%, and then the bottom, you do not have any losses to make. Yeah, loss is how much? 20 rupees, I think. That's negligible. And in case if it actually closes at this place, no, I think what is the break even? Break even is exactly 24,000. That's what I'm suggesting instead of that if somebody goes little inside, while there is a loss when it falls, but I think there is at least some profit there. Anyway, be cautious in case if you're taking this trade. All right, let me look at what is happening with my trade. So I think as of now, it's okay. This is still bad. Anyway, let's focus on Nifty for now, especially this one. So I'm not planning to make any changes at this point of time. So I'll just stay here, and then I think probably I should be happy with the 2 lakhs for today in case if that happens. And I was telling earlier, right? So this is basically, I started this trade yesterday. I in fact originally started with I think the quantity of about 600. Yesterday I started selling whenever there is some spike or whatever. That's where I started building these positions. And then morning I did sell PE position when the market fell down at about 120 rupees or so. And then that definitely gave me some money. And I think overall, as I said, as I was saying earlier, I would stay non-directional for the bit of a next expiry, which is January, and then in case if started giving money, I will probably exit some of the trades down the line. But right now, I was also saying earlier, so staying non-directional in the weekly expiry or even the current month expiry became very dangerous to trade. So there are too many spikes that are happening, right? But this kind of thing I can always manage because you got still another 45 days to do corrections. I think Nifty crossed the trend line, which is our trend line that we drew earlier. Let me look at what is happening with the Nifty. I think this trend line that we drew earlier, let's see if it is going to sustain, and if it is not, then we'll have to take a call. So right now, technically, my view, this is still a double bottom, if not a triple bottom. And this trend line, I think, mostly should work. In case if this breaks, then we'll have to see what would be the new trend line. Or maybe I'll draw to the body. Well, let's stay here for now. All right, so let me take some more questions. I think that's all right, Bhargav. So because the downside, there is no risk, right? So my view and then expiry trades, you should not be worried about both the sides. At least one side, if you're able to manage, the other side, you should be able to take care. So I have exited most of my trades on Monday, and then Tuesday I couldn't trade Bhargav. And yesterday I did some, but then yesterday it was, I think I probably 13,000 loss or whatever, mainly because there was no decay and then things are going everywhere. So I exited with 13,000 loss yesterday. And then today, I mean, I did an anticipation trade, which did not work out, but downside, I had only 70,000 loss, right? So that's where I could manage that well. So otherwise, if I had a net or far away OTM as a hedge, then I would have probably gone into soup today. But that would have probably given almost like 10 to 15 lakhs loss today, which I was a bit cautious, definitely. All right, so let's look at. So this is, I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with this Renko. I found at least when I started reading some books on the trend following themes, right? So Renko came as one of the biggest uh, recommendation. So I thought I will do some. I did some study and then I found probably I'll use this for the trend following going forward and then see. But right now, as I said, I'm not planning to get on to buying it. I need to do some. Yesterday, I did some paper trading on the buying. It was quite profitable when the market was falling, and but then I wanted to study for some more time and then do. But right now, if you look at one of the trade that I did, Sensex is definitely a trend following right now, but then it's a contra trend following right now. So this is what which I did at this point of time. The loss I'm going to get about 80,000. I think that's manageable. So 80,000 I'll be able to recover tomorrow in case if the market doesn't come back. In the market comes back and then I have support till 81,780, which is close to 3.1%, which I believe Sensex going up by 3.1% is highly impossible. The way which I'm planning to manage this trade in case if this doesn't happen, I think the market is falling a little bit. That's all right. So in case if that doesn't happen, then my plan is to get on to maybe some of these sell calls, and then I think I'll be able to definitely manage. Let's see, even if I go with 100, that loss will be recovered. I think this is a plan for tomorrow in case if that doesn't happen. So I think this will still give some money. It's giving about 1 lakh or whatever. I think that's absolutely all right. This, and with I did not even add hedges, right? So if I add hedges, I think I'll probably save some cap. I'll do far away hedge. So this would be planned for tomorrow in case if this strategy doesn't work. So it will not get into losses at all. So I'll do that adjustment tomorrow. And then I'm left with definitely a couple of some more capital. I'll suppose even if I get on to, let's say, 500 here, I think that is still all right. Yeah, 2.4 crores and then, yeah. Oh, that this gives about 5 lakhs. Anyway, I'll deal with this tomorrow. Not to worry at this point of time. All right, so what is happening with the trade for today? Let's look at. I think this is okay right now. I see Nifty falling down a little bit. Where is the? All right, I think this trend line kind of broken, but then comprehensive it has to break with a solid green candle. Let's go to this one. Yeah, all right. So, oops. All right, let's stay on here. If it solidly breaks, then we can actually assume that this is going to be broken. So any of you are from Hyderabad in this particular live stream? So not Hyderabad, sorry, Bangalore. So I'm planning a meetup on January 4th. Yeah, Rahul, I'm planning to do a meetup on January 4th. This is just to meet people, say hi. There is no financial or any other obligation there. Just to meet up people. My view is trader's life is very lonely, right? So I think it's definitely good to meet people and then discuss what's happening. So that's the and also just not me, but I think I want to learn from others as well, what they're doing, and then how they're managing the trades. I think that's the main intention. uh, I know I did mess up with the Google form, but then on the Twitter I posted uh, this that again. So when you get time, please to fill it, and then we can definitely meet. I have exited those trades on Monday morning. Monday morning. The reason was Tuesday I was not able, I couldn't trade, right? So I did not want to really carry. So Monday I think I probably exited about not profit, not loss, but then Tuesday I did not trade, but yesterday I lost about 13,000. I think 13, yeah, 13 or yeah 13,000. I think that's all. So I took fresh trades from yesterday. So that's what you should see now. Yesterday there was absolutely zero decay. I unnecessarily spent very much throughout entire day, and then nothing happened. So I got a bit frustrated and then wanted to really exit the trade. So that's what I did, which was my view a good decision, because the reason was I was actually on the Sensex 80,000 PE. I think that would have probably would have been a disaster today. Okay, I think the Renko charts, it started giving a positive signal. As of now, this is officially a bullish signal in the 5 minutes chart, but let's wait for and also I think the this one, right, on volume balance, this also shows positiveness, but right now I am not planning to do any bullish trade at this point of time, because I already have Sensex at this point of time, this trade. So I'll wait for this trade to execute. Let's see. I mean, this trade to materialize, not execute. So Bank Nifty, it's a zero maintenance trade. I had put some conditions. There is nothing I'm doing right now, and Reliance again is no maintenance. It's yeah, I was actually planning to sell. That did not happen. Yeah, I mean, if you are interested, please fill this form. This is for my reference. I think I'm not sure if it is problem with me or internet. It's not working. Already, I'll do that little later. So let's go back to positions. All right, I did that manually. So this is the Reliance trade for now. Up to 6%, 1.24. Okay. So I think this is, I raised a complaint to these guys, our sensible guys, but I think there is some challenge with their code. All right, so this is 24th, I think, right? Expiry 24th, or yeah,
I'm not
24th
quite
is the
sure how
expiry.
to help you with that.
24th is the expiry. Okay, right, I think that's fine. You still got another 5 days to go. I hope this will give some money. Yeah, for now, let's focus on the expiry trade. Is this, if you're using Sensible, is that the same issue or it's only with me? Can any of you confirm? I did raise a ticket with them, but let's see. All right, so let's look at this one, and also I'm looking at the chart very quickly. Oh, why I can't see this? It is not happening. One second. So obviously the trend line has broken for now, which we drew in the morning. So that no more valid. So I'll have to get it off the trend line. So as of now, still I think 24,000 is a good resistance. I'm not expecting things to be going above there, and unless there is some bit of a buying interest after 2 o'clock. Subhash, I live in Arluru, which is very close to HSR. Last time we actually met at the Hilton Doubletree at Iblur Junction, I think, Sajapur Road starting. Maybe this time also we'll meet there only. So there is technically there is no upmo as of now. We'll have to wait and watch. I think this also. I think there is definitely some kind of a decay. Both the sides, I believe. That's the reason there is some money, but it's not a massive money though. That's fine. So I'm not going to disturb this for now. So this is basically 19 is the stop loss. I will keep this, and then in case if this breaks, then I'll have to keep an eye on this. But right now, no changes at all. I will stay on this trade. Oh, awesome. Okay. So there is no comprehensive positive trend right now. I can't see anything that would actually give a confirmation that it's going to be positive or a recovery. But I think we'll have to wait for US markets to open today. And as I was saying earlier, there is I think they have the job loss data coming up 7 p.m. today. That might probably, if it is positive, that might trigger some bit of a positiveness, but otherwise, it will be a tough day. My portfolio has opening gone down by almost 1.5%, but right now it's mostly recovered. I'm at 0.4, I think, 0.5. Today, while there was a fall, but the premiums were not very expensive. I think that's very interesting, right? So, I mean, today, earlier days, if you see today kind of fall, probably 24,900 would have been trading at about 150 rupees or so. But today it was very dull. That's very interesting. Yes, yes, I tried that. I tried that. Yeah, I tried that. I think that's somewhere here, I believe. Price check. Just that I think the only challenge is in case if there is a movement or movements are very fast, you can't really control, especially if you're trading very close to the price, right? It's sometimes you get into unnecessary automation and then that would confuse you quite a bit. So right now, I have only one condition, this one, which I mean anticipation of in case if the Nifty goes up. I wanted to not to get into losses, and then I think I will not touch the PE right now until unless this actually goes below. In fact, synthetic future goes below 950. Yeah, that's the plan at this point of time. I think we were talking about this one, strike difference. So I tried every feature. As I said, too much of automation also get confused, right? So while automation is good, the challenge is when the things go out of your control, and then you have too much of automation, then you do not know what's happening, right? So it's good to have few selected things and then play with them rather than putting too much of an automation. All right, I think let's look at the chart once and then see if it makes any sense for us to take any new calls or whatever. So right now, I did change the trend line a little bit, and this I think is still valid. And yeah, I think there is a slight downfall on the 5 minute chart, but I think that's all right. So this is a super trend. As of now, this is showing 23,937, I think. I think it's, I will not say bullish, but it's not bearish as well. It's kind of a flat at this point of time, but the things can be very different as we progress. I am not taking any trades at this point of time. I'll just wait and then watch. There is no meaning in doing unnecessary trades.
It's 13 hours.
So it's 1 o'clock. Let's see if there is going to be any movement at all. So synthetic future is right now 5 points above than the spot price, which is interesting. Earlier it was down actually, so which means that there is some bit of a buying interest. So 950 also has picked up quite a bit. I'm planning to move off of my trades there. Let me do that straight away. All right, so I moved off of my trades there. That is on the P side, and then obviously I need to put some stop loss. Let's put 15 as the stop loss. 15 plus 9, which is 25. Because I have this position, I can take some risk on this one. So the calculation here is this stop loss is sum of these two, which is close to 25, and then this stop loss is this one, which is 15. So it's a very rough calculation. No, no logic there. So this is how my day started, obviously with close to 1.2 lakhs. I think that's because of the overnight positions. Yeah, I think probably I'll do this from January, sir. Anyway, I'm traveling this month, so I'll not able to do that. It will close at 24K maybe. Yeah, I think 24950. My view seems to be a lot more probable. I think I can go a bit aggressive on the put side right now because I do have a good enough coverage on the call side. So this is basically 54 plus 50, let's say 60, it's about 80,000 versus the below is only 22. So I will close, I'll go here. So 54, and I can go a bit wider. I think I'll do 20 here. So 47. Yeah, I think right now it's more both are balanced. Let's see. I will definitely exit this in case if it actually breaches. So I think VIX, I'm sure, would have not gone up. I guess. Let me just check. Because I don't see any spike in the premise. Today's fall, I was expecting VIX to be going up quite drastically, which did not happen. I think I was expecting 16, but I think that did not happen. Maybe let's look at what. Okay, I think it's started at about 15 today, and then gone down to 14.45. But then I think the initial spike was only for few seconds. I think not even minutes. I think just for a minute, 2 minutes. I think. All right, so that's why there is a decay. Yeah, I think probably people are exiting the trades. I think that could be the reason. People would have waited, saying that with an anticipation, saying that something is going to happen. Yeah, to be honest, today's fall nobody has expected. I was speaking to my friends in US. They were also very surprised why there is a fall. So, in fact, a lot of people expected market to go up today, which did not happen. I think Sensex also there is a considerable delay. Sorry, decay, not delay. It's almost like 50, more than 50% decay. Let me sure. Uh, Let me share one more screen and. So except this, I mean, obviously from the peak, it Sensex fell down quite drastically, especially there is a decay. I mean, this is a triangle, which is 78, and let's see, even if you go to 78, 500, and then let's say 81, 500, I think pretty much there is a good decay, very good decay, to be honest. I would have probably gone with this triangle, but anyway, I did not want to do that. So actually, if at all you joined a bit late, right? I found this is a good entry strategy. I think it worked most of the times. This is 3 minutes candle. Forget about these. And right now, this is a stochastic 51 and then 3. Generally, the entry point is obviously somewhere here. I mean, this is a risky one, to be honest. Once this comes, right, and then if you are you pick up any strategy, doesn't matter. Let's say you pick up. This is a triangle, by the way. So let's say pick up 80,000, and then below is let's say this is I think this is too close. Yeah, this is the this, but then you can't see any up here. So let's go a bit below. Yeah, I think this probably is a. So ideally, the entry criteria is this got to be definitely above this line, and then as soon as this actually breaks the VWAP is this one. This is the entry point, and most of the times this actually worked. So it has to cross once, and then once it crosses, the entry point got to be when the price goes below the VWAP. This is mostly good for intraday, and then your exit could be, you can also put an SME of 5 or whatever, in case if that touches, you can always exit. It's up to you. And exit is it's up to you, but then this is a, so this would have probably given this gave almost like 100 points, right? So 340 to 209, so that's a massive money. All right, so let's look at what kind of trade that you take. So next week expiry, if at all I have to take, which I will. So the thing is, right now decay is pretty much negligible. That's definitely concerning to me. But if I have to take next week, I'm expecting a recovery. To be honest, if that is the case, then I would. I'm not planning to take today, but I'll probably take on Monday or whatever. So I would take something like this. So this is very similar to the Sensex trade that I took, and then I will just. This is a one-sided view. I can also do this as 2 so that I'll reduce losses a little bit. I think this is something probably I would take. And then this is top side, you got 24,700, and then bottom, you pretty much have the negligible losses. If I go with 3, yeah, this is basically you do not have any losses at all. And then you would also add some for OTM. So right now this is 1.83 lakhs. Right? If you go to for OTM and then buy 3 lots, so when it falls, there is no loss at all, like whatever happened today, right? So that really doesn't impact you. And then the top side, you have 2.9% only. I think that is one caution that you need to take. If at all I have to take, I'll take something like this, but I will wait for tomorrow to see whether the market is recovering or not. Then I will take. If it is not recovering, then I will probably do very simple CU only. The reason is CU only would protect me from the market falls, but I think this is not very lucrative. I will actually go to not the December expiry, but then I would actually go to January expiry and then do some selling of some of these options. So that's what which I will do in case market doesn't recover. So I think it's more probable it wouldn't. I do not know whether it's going to be flat or bullish, but I'll go on and sell some calls here. I think that's what which I will do. But right now, I think if I joined a bit late, I was telling earlier, I would not do non-directional for the weekly expiry anymore. It got to be directional, whether I lose money or gain money. But then this is where I did the directional trade, which is definitely helped in a day like this. So this would what it would do is, I'm not planning to do any adjustments unless there is a drastic move here. But right now I'm going to stay on this trade. And today morning also I sold some put options here. I think right now the put is becoming. I think market is falling. I think that's the reason. So I will stay on this trade for now. So I think one of the challenge with the weekly expiries is the decay is quite negligible. That I think you need to be aware. Alright, I think if the interest strategy goes well, lend it 2.2 lakhs, I think. So as of now, it's 1.54. I'll have to wait for a few more minutes, or probably until 2 o'clock, and then see. I hope there is some buying in 2 o'clock. I'm also cautious. Okay, so this is Reliance. What is happening? I'm allowed to exit in case if it reaches 1200. I'm not sure when that's going to happen. All right. Okay, market is still range bound. Let me share my. Okay, so this is basically because market is actually falling little bit. That's what I would see right now. So I'm moving all the trades to now. So now I have only two prominent trades, which is 24,000 and then the 24,950 with a very strict stop losses. So right now, if I ignore this, right, so these two are pretty much equal. So I think that's a. I'll stay here, and any of the stop losses hit, I will exit the trade completely. But I think for today's kind of a fall, the premiums are absolutely negligible. This is definitely not so fair trade. I think the market is falling. Looks like 1640. So I'm planning to exit. Okay, I think that's fine. $65. And I think there are a lot of currently a lot of the stop loss triggered movements are happening. These are all generally to take away the stop losses. There maybe they're not organic moves. So as of now, Nifty officially broke the VWAP on the 5 minutes candle. Let's look at 15 minutes. What is happening? Yeah, 15 minutes also it has broken, but I think this candle is little bigger candle. If I go with the 15 minutes, it actually shows 966 and 930. Yeah, about 30 points candle. Yeah, definitely that's a stop loss triggering candle. I don't think it's a real one. Yeah, stop loss here is some of these two, which is 21 here, but then this is basically ideally it's got to be 13. Let's keep that maybe 14. One point. Yeah, the earlier trade I was talking, let me show. I think now I see one condition being met. So this was the condition that I was saying earlier. So I mean, ideally the entry would have been here and then not here. So where I had to wait for the entry. So ideally this red line has to cross the VWAP, which will wait. So this is the entry. I'm not entering right now because I already have the sensex trade, but this is one good trade. I think probably let me reduce this and then see if there is a massive. So the price has to go below VWAP. That's the entry point. So still have to wait for some time. But this condition has met. This is kind of touched here. All right, I think that candle, as I said, it's not a real candle. That's my view is basically the stop loss triggering candle. I think there is a massive selling in Reliance, generally as a stock. So this has cooled down quite a bit. Right now the sum is 16. 16. Okay, that's good. 16. So which means that I need to reduce the stop loss to 16. All right, so looks like 950 and then 24,000. I think 23, 950 and 24,000. That's what I could think right now. Let's see. But I think I'll have to take a call whether to stay after 2 o'clock or not. So upside, I'm okay, but downside, I can't afford to lose money. So I have only one PE there, right? So I will probably exit that in case if the market falls. But upside is I'm absolutely covered. So all right. I think it's a consolidation zone right now. I do not see much of a movement. So at 2 p.m. at the spot price, the 10 rupees premium is unheard of. I think it's a very ridiculous premium. I'm guessing a lot of put buyers must have been out of the market today because they would have made money on the starting of the day. So I think if I stay in the trade, it will give about a 44 plus 44, close to about 88,000. If I exit, I'll have to exit at 1.68. Let's see. So if any of the stop losses hit, I will perhaps exit the trade. I'm not planning to do any other adjustments right now. There could be one last opportunity to come to 24,950 straddle, but I will do it very cautiously in case if I get some bit of a confidence. So I do not want to end up losing money today. Not a great day for sellers today. In case if somebody had the overnight rates, especially the either it is a naked or covered, they would have probably gone into losses. I have actually this one. Long-term trade, I will just check what is happening with that. I will probably make some money there. So I have the January trade, and then as of now, this gave 26,000 Cs gave some money. This is basically January expiry. I'm not expecting Nifty to go anywhere close to that. With the current trend, I will probably exit this and then go to 25,900. All right, so that gave me about 60K for today, which is good. All right, this trade is done. Let's go back to okay, this is 163. Okay. So I think it's until unless there is some buying interest at 2 o'clock, or maybe FIS might come and then sell also. Any of those things can happen. So as of now, 23,950 seems to be the straddle. But 2 o'clock is the crucial time for today. Let's see. Because after the market fell down, I do not see any other massive surprises today. Generally, this kind of days, in case if the this kind of days, it can be a massive fall as well. I believe two reasons. I think one reason is this week markets already fell down quite drastically, right? So starting from Monday, there is a fall, 4 days fall, right? So I think that is probably one reason. But second reason is this is yeah, I think the candle doesn't look a strong follow for a bullish movement tomorrow. Let's. I think I saw something good. So on the expiry trade, I'm not planning to make any changes, to be honest. Let's wait and then watch. I'm just looking what are the stocks of today. All right, so I think some decay kicked in, and that could be an anticipation of 2 o'clock, but I will be very cautious to see what happens at 2 o'clock. I'm not left with any money, otherwise I would have probably added some more, but that's all right. All right, I think there is nothing happening in the market right now. There is absolutely no momentum. But however, I will look forward for the 2 o'clock move. Let's see what's going to happen at 2 o'clock. Yeah, so let me answer. This is a very, very important question. And yeah, so I think it's a big story. So yesterday night, I was expecting, let's say 19th December, right? So I was expecting a positive up move. So I did some overnight, I mean, I did a overnight position. So that is basically selling 24,500 PE and then selling 24,500. Where is 24,500? See. Yeah, this one. And then also buying this position 24. Where is buy? Yeah, buying this position. So this was the overnight trade. So right now so yesterday Nifty was almost like somewhere here, right? 24,250 or whatever. I thought in case if there is a massive up move, I will make money. In case if it falls, I will actually lose about 79. So which this obviously this happened, right? The fall had happened. So that's the reason in the fall I did not lose money. I mean, I lost, when I say I lost, it's a virtual notional loss, right? So 79K. So my today's attempt was to recover this 79K. But then if in case if the projection has gone to my view, I would have probably made about 8.5 lakhs, but that's all right. So some days you'll have to do that. And so as of now, because the market fell down, I was in losses. So today morning, I started selling 23,800 PE to start with somewhere here. And then also I started building some positions on the CE. That's how I was able to recover that 75K. Right now, I think it's comprehensively 75K plus another 1.6, which is close to about 2.4 lakhs, I think. That's anyway overnight. Sometimes you have to take risk, and so right now on the Sensex also I took some overnight trades. So this is basically an anticipation of recovery. There is a jobs data today. In case if even let's say if that doesn't happen, there is again 80,000 loss tomorrow. But then I will recover that tomorrow morning. So because on the top side it is covered till 3.2%, right? So on the CE side, I'm absolutely all right because I also have the portfolio. If this actually goes to 3.3%, I'll make massive money on the portfolio. But I think the fall side, obviously, I will I will not let this loss to happen, right? So the tomorrow strategy would be if that happens, I will go and then let's say sell. This is only 19 lakhs as the this one. I'll probably do this 500 and then do 500. So that would actually give some good money tomorrow in case if that happens. This is still I'm still left with some margin, so I can actually go till 700. So this is what which I'll do tomorrow in case if market doesn't recover. In case it recovers, that's all right. So there is nothing that I need to go on and do. All right, I mean, this is obviously strategy. Sometimes it will work, sometimes it doesn't work. If market behaves as we want it, we will not be trading, right? We will be probably enjoying life somewhere. So I think this is also an important one. I just exited this one. By looking at, especially after the expiries are gone, right? The weekly expiries became quite volatile. I mean, generally earlier I used to play non-directional trades on the weekly options, and right now I changed the strategy a little bit. I wanted to do the non-directional in the for um, so this is basically for in the time, not the for OTM, for in the time, which is about 42 days, which is January expiry. So I think January, because the market already fell down, I thought probably 5% coverage is absolutely all right. I think there is some stop loss was hit. One second, let me just check. I will come back to this one in a moment. All right, so I think there is one stop loss was it? Let me see. Call. Okay, I think call was gone. Let me enter again. I think it's I think this is 2 o'clock move. I did not check. Okay, all right. So right now I'll not go aggressive here. I just want to make these two equal. So right now this is 24, 24. I'll stay here, and then the 9 plus 5, which is let's go to custom, and 14, right? So let me put 14 as the stop loss for now, or 15 as the stop loss. All right. So this would this would go additional 50,000, I think. Yeah, I think yesterday if I were in the strangle, my losses would have been maybe 10 to 15 lakhs today. But anyway, so I changed the strategy last minute because we never know some of these overnight events, any side it can go, right? So generally the negative impact is quite massive compared to positive impact. Generally overall, I mean, if it is positive news, there would have been some definitely it would have not been so much up, right? So it would probably 0.5 or 1%, but this fall was very massive, to be honest. So I think I can add some more positions, I think. So right now I'm in equal 34, 34, and I'm not planning to exit this and then this combination at all. I'll let it expire. So because I'm not going to get any money out of that thing, even if I exit. So I know it's disturbing in the middle, but that's all right. Yeah, I think as of now, the challenge is I do not see, I mean, I'm not getting any confidence to say that it's going to recover. As of now, it's getting stagnated. We'll have to, I think the Mumbai election, that kind of a candle, right? I think that we need to have that kind of a trigger to definitely see some kind of an up move. But right now, I do not have. But tomorrow, Sensex is expiring. There could be some manipulation moves. We'll have to see whether that would actually really help us to get some good returns. Let's see. So I was actually expecting to get about 2 lakhs today, but I think looks like that may not be possible. Let me see. Oh no, I think that's all right. That's possible mostly. Okay, let me do. All right, so this would give 80. Yeah, about 80,000. Let's see if this sustains or not. So right now I have a stop loss of 15. So I'm not trailing. No, I think I should trail it. Yeah, I think there was a this fall. So I don't see any up move at 2 o'clock. HDFC. So this would be my last trade, and in case if any of the stop losses sits, I would exit the trade, whatever profit or loss. I mean, obviously it won't be losses, but whatever the profit that I got, I will exit and then take rest. So today, if Nifty closes at 2400, what is the highest today? 24, 24004. I think that I'll get some confidence, but otherwise, I'm not hoping for a greenish day tomorrow. But let's see. In fact, that was so that candle happened at 9:40 in the morning. So after that, it was pretty much consolidation. So I was explaining a strategy earlier. Let me show what's happening with that. So this is the strategy, right? So I said this has to obviously go top, and then you'll have to enter once this price crosses the VWAP. I think this is the entry point at about 2 o'clock. This is for Sensex, by the way. I mean, these numbers doesn't look so good, but you can pick up any numbers. So let's say 78 and then 80. Yeah, it doesn't. So this actually touched the VWAP and then fell down. So ideally in this kind of a scenario, somebody would enter here. So this actually met the condition. Now the price actually crossed the VWAP at about what time was it? 9:36. So this is the entry point for somebody to enter. So this is Insta options tool, by the way, in case if you are not aware. All right, let's go back to I think little boring day. There is nothing movement is happening, but boring days, as far as you make money, that's all right. So there is nothing that you need to do, to be honest. I think I'll probably put 100% stop loss so that I'll minimize the losses. September 12th, I'm not sure what happened. I know 20th September definitely. Mr. Anant, tell me, sir. All right, let me look at the charts once. So there is Renko charts doesn't give any solid confirmation at this point of time. The reason is this volume is actually falling. That is also a challenge, and I think this is the trend line that we drew earlier. It kind of broken multiple times, but that is what it is right now. Let me look at Sensex once and then see what is happening. That's also important. All right. This also doesn't give any. This is kind of a consolidation zone, to be honest. There is no movement is happening. As of now, I do not see anything that is going up or down. Let me take some questions now. All right, I think I have a strict stop losses. Let's see what's going to happen. So let me take some questions. I created Batman in Bank Nifty. It was a profit since yesterday, but faced heavy losses due to today's gap down. Can you explain how to adjust it? I think you need to tell the exact numbers, Anand. Can you write what PE and then see you bought? And then it depends on the place that you bought or sold, whatever. Harshad Gaurav, the sensible showing why changes are normal. So it's very straightforward, right? So let me explain sensible. So there is a show Y and then the change in Y, right? So this is basically intraday. This is what happens today, and then so this is the existing ones. Whatever you see that animation, those are all today's. So these are all existing ones, and you got to see something gone down, something gone up, right? So when you do the replay, whatever you see that going up, those are all today's. That's intraday, obviously. So you can also see what is happening in the last 5 minutes, and then let's say look at last 1 hour. Last 1 hour, if we do replay changes, so 1 hour ago these are the positions, and then within 1 hour there were some people did the unwinding. They also started adding some new positions. That's how you would actually read. Suppose if you take 15 minutes, you can see a lot of calls being written, sorry, puts being written at 24/9/50, and that is the difference that you got to see. So that's how you will know the why. So we would not know whether they're MAS or normal orders. Generally, what happens, right? So today, obviously being expiry, right? All these things gets wiped off. But let's look at this. This is next week expiry. Generally, today being an expiry day, not many people would be trading on the next month expiry. Sorry, next week expiry. So generally, if you look at full day, so you got to see. Let's do the replay. So this is the starting, and then whatever, this is the starting, this is replay. So whatever you got to see this difference, that's what which actually added to it. And for example, if you take this one, there is an unwinding here, and then people did something there. So that's what you need to read. So whether they are MIS or normal, we do not know. But however, at 325, right? So a lot of these values would actually change. So that point of time, irrespective whether it is normal or MIS, so people would have probably general exit on the day, so that tomorrow morning when you see, it will be a fresh orders for you. So whatever you see, let's say tonight or tomorrow morning, that would give it tomorrow early morning. If you see at about 8 o'clock, that's the order, fresh orders for the day. That's how you'll have to read the. Let's look at Mr. It 1 minute P by. Okay, let's 1:2. Okay. Eight 51,800 P, 51,800 P, and then by 52,000 P, and sell 51,000 C, 55,000 C. $2,100 C by 54,900. Okay, and then you said that it is 1:2. I would think it's basically 2 here, 2 here. Is this the strategy, sir? Two lot sell, one lot buy. Okay, all right. Sorry, two lot sell, one lot buy. I would think this is a strategy. Anand, can you confirm if this is a strategy? But I think this is definitely not in losses. I'm not sure why you said you were in losses. Sell to lots both PE and CE by, yeah, I think this is fine. Okay, I think this is fine. So I'm not sure why you said you were in losses, but this seems to be absolutely fine to me. I think we'll have to, the only way that you can adjust is, let's say, again, I do not know what would happen in the market tomorrow, right? So in case, because you were covered on the top side, the way which I would do this is, in order for me to not to get into losses, I would go and then buy something here. So this is basically protecting from losses. But if you wanted to, so while I do this one, I will also, because this is C is too far, I would probably add some more CE, so that CE would be pretty much even as close as somewhere here, so that you would actually make some money. So this I think, again, I do not know the prices that you bought. So first thing is, if you are very close to the, let's again do that. If you're very close to the exit point, right? So yeah, right. So this is the strategy, I think. Um, one second, let me get rid of this. So yeah, this is the strategy, I think. And no, I think downside I see something challenging. 51,600 P, 51,600 P. Sorry, 51,800 P. Okay, 51,800 P. Why it is not coming? Sorry, 51,800 P. 54,900. Sorry, 55. Sorry, confusing. 5,200 P. 5,200 P. All right. I think this is the strategy, right? So right now you are only worried about the fall, and also you are very close. I would actually buy some puts here wherever it is touching. It's in this case it's 51,200, right? So so that I'll at least do not get into losses. And then the top side, you have a lot of playing field here. While you protect the losses here, you would actually tomorrow, you just, because you were, in case the market falls, you would not lose money. But in case if the market actually goes up, you are absolutely in the right state, right? You can always make money. So that's what I said. So I would first protect the loss somewhere here, right? So I will go and then buy a put option, which would actually, it will not make me to get into losses. And then I'll keep on selling the call options tomorrow, provided you have some capital left. If you do not have capital, then you can't do much. But I think any call option that you pick up tomorrow, it will give you money. Yeah, so Anant, ping me on Twitter. So it's very specific to your case. And then I do not know what are the prices that you bought, right? We can discuss later today. You ping me in Twitter. I can probably spend some 5-10 minutes. I think if you have extra capital, there is nothing to worry. You will be able to mostly recover. So it's very simple. So whenever the strategy goes against you, first thing is to protect from the losses, right? So that point of it's basically, right, when you let's say when you're driving and then get into an accident, the immediate thing is to not to reach the destination, but the immediate thing is to protect ourselves from injuries or whatever. So same thing here. When our strategy goes wrong, it's always look at how do we protect the losses from the losses. Forget about the making profits, but then once you protect the losses, then you can play around. then you can actually sell some more call options, and then you can actually adjust because your call is too far. I'm not expecting another 2 days it will go and then hit there, right? So um, yeah, I think that's what you can do. So anyway, ping me in Twitter, you can probably speak offline. So I'm not watching my, let me look at what is happening to the trades. Yeah, look at the scenarios, and then yeah, my view, it's probably we're in a good condition, maybe irrespective of the prices that you entered. I don't think because it's not out of the bond, right? You're still in the region. So currently time is at about 2:30. Yeah, still it's in consolidation zone, so there's nothing happening, right? So I think the June trade, let's look at what is happening with the other trades. So Bank Nifty definitely gave some money. This is because of decay. Anant, yeah, as I said, ping me in Twitter. We can definitely discuss, because I need to know the correct positions to see we can actually discuss and then take some right call. So this trade is an anticipation trade that a recovery going to happen tomorrow, but looks like it's not going to happen. But let's see. The capital I used was only very small capital, so that's it will not hurt. But I think this is the primary trade for today. So I might exit this Bank Nifty trade today before it goes down. So I will exit at 329, maybe 28. All right. Yeah, just before expiry, I will exit. Not want to carry forward tomorrow. The only reason is I do not have hedges also to this trade, and then we'll see tomorrow, or tomorrow I'll probably make a fresh trade. All right, so I think let me stay here right now. So if I stay back, it will give another 50K. I think that, let's see. Okay, let me answer this before. I think the Anant, the Batman is very similar to strangle adjustment. There is nothing different, just that you get the two spikes in the middle. But again, I do not know your exact premiums that you entered, right? So depending on that, we can definitely take a call. But generally, the adjustment is very similar to strangle. No, there is no different, nothing different from the strangle. But good thing is you did a Batman. If it is a straddle, it would have been a very difficult thing to really do. So Sunny EXTC. So looking to learn option selling. Where should I learn? Start from any particular book? I think I'm not sure if there is any book on option selling, but generally, if you, as much as far as you know how the options would work, either buying or selling really doesn't make a difference. The only thing is buying, you need to, if you are very good with the directions, buying is absolutely good for you. You can always do the in the money buying and then make some money there. But if you are not good with the directions and then you play the probability model, that's where you get into option selling. My suggestion would be Sunny. What I suggest is, let me share something. So my suggestion is create some draft portfolios, right? You can actually see the where is the draft portfolio? You can actually create a lot of draft portfolios and then see. It's basically forward testing, not the back testing. So you create some strategy and then see how the strategy is working. And then most of the times, obviously, these strategies, when you do this kind of strategies, you would make money mostly. So I try to do some strategies here. So most of the times they're green. But then, yeah, once you, for example, you can always make a strangle. Let's say for tomorrow's expiry, right? Let's say we'll do Sensex. And then today is what, let's do very simple strategy. Let's say I'm selling, again, this is an anticipation trade for tomorrow's movement or whatever, but otherwise let me do one single strangles, very short strangle, very simple one, right? So let's do this. It's a skewed one, but that's all right. So let's do this, and then you do this, and then obviously you should do your own analysis why you are taking these positions, and then you can do, let's say, 2 lots here. So now you would actually go and then add to drafts, and then tomorrow you can actually see what really happens with this trade. That's where you will be able to learn quite a bit, because in the current world, the back testing is not working. The moment you get into back testing, there are a lot of spikes and other things, right? So you end up losing money. So this is, I would say, forward testing. You have your strategy, and then when you try to do this for multiple times, and then you will definitely understand market dynamics, and then some that way you will get into the real one. And also, I strongly suggest option selling. You can only, I think, any options, right? You can only do with your not your livelihood money, the money that you can actually okay to lose. So it's like a, I know I've been trading for 5 years, but still I say this, right? So option trading is still like a winning a lottery. It's a very difficult to win the game, to be honest. So some strategies you can always do if you're directional. I was explaining earlier, probably before you joined. Let me share one more, which I did yesterday, which all right. So let me share one strategy. If I have to do, let's say, if the market is bullish next week, right? So I think some of the strategies you can actually always play around. Let's say I think the market is going to bounce back next week. Let's also look at, is there any theory that would suggest that? First, you go and then see open interest, and then look at 26th December, and then full day if you look at what is happening. So some calls were written here, and then there are also some calls were written. Ideally, a triangle would be a good, which is this and then this. Or otherwise, you can also say that, let's look at one more time replay. So along with this also has risen, right? So there are two, three strategies that you can think through. So one strategy is, let me clear this, right? So one strategy is very simple strategy. This is for the next week expiry. So this strategy is basically, if you think that the market is going to recover, you simply go and then do a straddle here, and then wherever today's this price, you just go and then buy. So this is basically, you have a break even of around 24,180, which is another how many points, which is 0 point, sorry, yeah, it's 1% up, but I think 1% up, I do not know whether it's going to happen or not. So you may want to probably reduce this little bit. So instead of doing that straddle, you can also do, let's say, 24,500 straddle, and then you can do this. So now with that, what would happen is your break even would actually reduce. Earlier it was 1%, now it is only 0.6%. Now we need to think through whether 0.6% would make, will there be an up move of 0.6%? If you're not convinced, then obviously you can't do the strategy. So now how do you reduce this loss? You have only one way to do that. I mean, there are multiple ways, but then one way is to see, you would double it. You can actually reduce the loss. Let's say you triple it. Pretty much you are not going to lose anything. So this is one strategy you can think through. Likewise, you can actually build a lot of strategies. So there is nothing like This is basically we're anticipating market is going to go up, and you are covered till maximum about 3%. In case if the market goes beyond 3%, you will lose money. This is one strategy that you can think through. One more strategy could be, let's say if you think that the market is actually falling, you would do reverse to what I did just now. So you would actually go on and sell both call, and then you also wanted to, so this is basically you are selling the call, and then this is straddle in the bottom side, and then you would actually protect from the fall, so which you would actually buy some call option. So with this, what happens is your risk reward is absolutely negligible, right? So this is, you will lose only 569, but then you will not get money until it actually this is on expiry. But then let's say the fall happens as early as tomorrow, then you will start making some money, and then eventually when the market falls below 23500, you will lose money. If you do not want to wait till 23500, you can actually reduce this to same as earlier that we did, right? So you can actually get on to 23500 23500 straddle. Okay, so this is not happening. You can also do this. You can play around. I mean, if you again to reduce the losses here, what you will do, you would actually go on and do three times the P. So what happens here? You will not lose any money when the market is actually going up, but then you would gain money when the market is falling down until 340. You can also reduce this thing, right? But then you would, to reduce this again, you can actually do we can do by P again 3, but then the thing is the profits that you make would be obviously less. So here it will actually protect you from the maximum losses, but then I think it's a massive money. You will not wait till there. So ideally this hedge is not required, to be honest. So you'll have to exit the trade in case if the market falls drastically. So that is something that you need to be cautious. Already, if you do not want to do anything, just to sell the call option, just keep quiet, and then the break even is 23850 here, and then when the market falls, you can make money. You can make multiple strategies. There is you can also do, for example, the OI is quite strong, right? You can also do this one. This is basically, one way you can actually look at is this is what it says, the IV, from the IV perspective, right? The market in fact stays between, this is for the next month expiry, sorry, the next week expiry, it says that it will stay between 23,600 and then the 23,400. That's the range. Now what we should do, we should reverse this, and then 400 points there, right? That's where you would actually go on and buy the hedges. So you would buy hedge, and then you would buy a hedge. So this is a simple iron flyer, iron butterfly, one of the strategy, right? So it's basically, let's look at the name. It's iron butterfly strategy. So here what would happen, as far as the market stays between 0.9 below 1.3%, you will not lose money. But then in case if it goes either of the directions, you will start losing money, and then that's going to be massive, and then it's 0.51, right? For every 1 rupee that you put, you might lose 50 paise. I think that's the thing there. All right, I think those are all. I mean, you can play around multiple strategies, and then depending on your outlook of how the, and thing is, so let me explain this, right? So this I took as a non-directional. The reason is obviously this is a strangle. I explained earlier in the weekly side, non-directional seems to be quite dangerous now with a lot of movements that are happening. That's where I went too far. And then as of now, I made about 60. Yeah, I think I have exited the 60K, and I moved this to bit closure. My plan is, in case if the market falls, right? Right now this is 70 lakhs, and then until 1 crore I will adjust, but beyond that I'll not adjust. So that's the plan. And right now I'm expecting market not to go beyond 23,000 PE. That's the thinking, but we never know what's going to happen. All right, let's yeah, you can play around multiple strategies. Nothing will stop us. Okay, let's look at okay, this started giving some money. Let's go back to trade flow. All right, so I think it's 1,85,000, and today we had only one stop loss hit on the CE side, but otherwise, oh, okay. So I see this is actually ending at about 1,950. I have one last option to go to straddle, but I will not do that right now because let me see. I'll take some that call it later. I can still do. Let's do 1/4. So this is a greedy trade, but I can't help. So we'll give another 11,000 extra. So let's see if this is going to work. So I'd put a very strict stop loss here in case if it doesn't work, I'll not lose massive money. So what I had seen was once the daily expiries are gone, the overnight trades, especially for seller, or I think buyer also, right? There is no decay advantage. If you're a seller, definitely doesn't make sense. If you're a buyer, probably you would make money in case if there is an event, or lose money also. So it depends. So I'm not planning to carry over any overnight trades going forward, especially, I mean, without hedge actually. So by the way, yesterday I had a overnight trade in case if you joined a bit late, but then I got saved mainly because I had a hedge on the PE side, so that's where I really did not lose money. In fact, you got to see here, right? So this 24,500 PE I sold, and then I also bought 24,250 PE. So in fact, these two compensated each other. So that's where I did not get into massive losses. So right now the P and C are pretty much equal, right? So it's 19,000 and then 23,000. So I will wait here. So no hurry. And I don't think market is going to go anywhere today. So I'm just checking at my portfolio also. What happened? Did I lose money? My portfolio is down by 0.6%, which is not massive. I think it's okay, manageable. So yeah, I think this is 25 and then this is 14, so I can actually move some more there. All right, so technically I'm on straddle right now, which are equal. So what is straddle price now? 24 950 950. So it's 8 rupees. So yeah, so I have a stop loss. I'll put stop loss about 11 both the sides, and then in case if one hits, I'll exit. So this will give another 50k in case if this works. If it doesn't work, obviously I'll exit. I think it's most probably 950, 23 950. I'm not expecting it's going to go above this. Let me come on video. Today I'll have to use my MacBook video camera. All right. Six. So let's look at the 3 o'clock if they're going to have any hero zero trades and can wipe out some of the profits. All right. I think it's most certain that it's going to be 23,950 straddle. Sorry, close the live stream at about 3:05 or 3:10. If nothing happens, doesn't make sense to. Well, it's boring also. Looks like some fight in parliament. I'm just looking at the news. So looking at the global markets, I think pretty much every market has recovered, including India. German. Let's see tomorrow if we can see some green candle. That would be a good thing. Oh, the timer you were saying? Okay, let me do that. So this is Bank Nifty, which I will exit at 329.28. And then this is anyway
13
monthly
hours.
expiry, so I'm not going to do anything with this for now. I'll keep adjusting this because this is less capital only, not very massive capital. And then, yeah, Sensex, this is an anticipation trade for tomorrow. If you see the payoff graph, in case if the market goes up, I'll make some money. If the market doesn't go up, I'll not lose massive money, but I'll recover it. But however, in case if 2% up tomorrow, then I need to be very careful. I would think it's not going to happen. But let's see. And then I have today's trade, which is I think which reasonably minus 70K to 2 lakhs. I think it's about 2.7 lakhs, I would say overall. I think it's okay day, not as bad as I thought. So yeah, now I think the 3 o'clock, the adjusted pricing would start. So now what would happen, right? So I think the one thing that I'll tell you. So now these people who are who are manipulators, right? So they will try to take this up, take this down, but then this would actually not change. Generally, if it stays below 23955 or about 23945, we can assume that it's going to be 23950 straddle. So this might probably go up or down, but then this wouldn't change that drastically. So that's the indication. But however, there could be rare scenarios where suddenly it will actually go to 23,960. That time I'll have to exit the CE. It doesn't make sense. So right now, anyway, I have stop loss of about 7 here. This I think I should probably get down to 4. This is, I call it as a beggar trade, but then uh, yeah, I can't help. So this will give, anyway, it's a small rupees, but then if we stay here, it will give us close to 40K. I think it's okay, good money. So right now there is no need to look at the charts because the premiums are the key here. There's nothing else to look at the charts. Even if you look at the charts, you can't do anything. Charts anyway show the spot. So right now, as you can see, right, the spot price is changing, but then the synthetic feature is absolutely not changing. The reason is right now today is being expiry, right? So um, they'll calculate, the exchange would calculate the adjusted closing price. So if the spot price goes to 956, I'll have to exit the CE trade. That also I think 7 it actually matches. So anything above 955, I would say it's dangerous to stay on the call. I think 2 lakhs is all right for today. Yeah, so off of the quantity got exited because the stop loss was hit. So let's do last exit. I'm thinking this could be manipulation trade. Let me give some paper. Mm, mm. I will exit this trade bit early. The reason is I want to add some positions to Sensex so that I'll not get into losses tomorrow. Again, these are all not massive losses, but then in case if the market doesn't recover, I do not want to get into too much of loss. So I think the top side I pretty much covered. Let's see. All right. So as I said, right now there is no meaning in looking at the chart, but still I'm seeing what is happening. So 959. But however, as I said earlier, it is actually uh, hovering at about 23,955. So whoever is trying to operate this, they will probably try to see they can bring down the price and then see. So technically, Nifty today. So from 10:15, it's mostly in the range of 70 points. So 80 points rather. It's very rarely you got to see that That's because of the gap down. As I said, gap down, a lot of people would have made money. So they just wanted to. I think probably I'll exit the trade now. 2 lakhs is absolutely fine. I will exit the, you know, and then all right. So I think other trades I'll keep it. They will not make any difference. 0.15. All right. So I think that's all, folks, and I'm done with the trade, and I'll keep this open. Let broker close them. I'll at least save on the brokerage charges. So that's all. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. I think it's about 2 lakhs here, and then we also got some money in the. I have exited this trade to make about 60K, I think. So 2.6, I think, for today, and I will exit this. I think 227. That time probably it will give about 25 to 30,000. I think that's good. And Sensex, I will add a few more trades, and then with that I will close the trade for today. Have a great remaining day, and hopefully most of you are successful today. And Anand, if you're still there, you can ping me on Twitter. We can definitely speak. Have a great remaining day. Bye bye.